Hey VC, it's Dean to shoot my first video in quite some time. Hope you're all well. I've just been busy doing a lot of things really, moving things around. My girlfriend's moved in and I've just not really had time to do any videos. I have got a section up there of a Expedit cube full. I need to go through new things that I don't think I've done a video about, so I'll try and do some hopefully over the next few days. Might try and get a couple done today. Right, this video is going to be about my record store day bindings, or should I say pickups. I'd just like to say that I didn't pick up any of these on record store day. There's only one shop in the city near where I live, and when I went there was about 150 people outside the door, so I casually walked down the line like, I'm not interested in this line, let's just walk out the other side. Walk around the corner and the queue just kept on going and going and going. If it wasn't going to be that long I would have most probably joined in, but so I just went off elsewhere. I did some of the bits and bobs. I found out there is going to be another record store opening in that city. It's open now. Picked up a flyer for that, and yeah, hopefully there'll be a few more options coming up. So basically what happened is on the Saturday I didn't pick up anything. I think I went into HMV and picked up one record. So my record store day was a standard release from HMV. But on the Monday after, I did decide to nip out of work and go around to the shop and see what he had left. So I didn't manage to pick up anything that I really wanted on Monday, but I have since found them. So and got them the week after, the Saturday, when they start to do everything mail order. There was shops that obviously had ordered obscene amounts to sell through in the bigger cities and things like that. So right, I'll show what I picked up. Right, my first one is pretty standard. Every year they do something like this, and it's just the Sex Pistols Spunk, and this is on comes on white vinyl. It's solid white, but I mean, every year they're either Sex Pistols are either doing something, or it's Pill or something like that. I mean, Pill have done about 2 or 3 this year. They seem to always do it. It's stupid amounts of releases on record store day, but they're usually quite generous with them. So if anybody wants to pick them up, it's not like they're going to disappear straight away. I did pick this one out because I have got this as well, which is the Sex Pistols little 7-inch box set of Spunk, which has got 7 inches in it, and they're all on yellow vinyl. But I went through it the other day, and it's lovely little set. That managed to pick that up when it was released. So that's a nice little set. Obviously not what this video is about, but and again, when do any of my videos ever go on track? Okay, so I missed this the first time I went through the bins, and I went through again, but picked this up. James, Curse, which is a single off their most recent album. Just standard 12-inch black vinyl, but it's remixes, so it's got 4 remixes on there. I absolutely love this song, so it is top song. So quite happy to have this, even though it is a basic thing. It was one of the things that actually was reasonably high up on my list. The next thing I picked up is one of my favourite bands. I had this stage where I was buying lots of music from a shop in the town where I live that's since shut down. Got quite friendly with the owner and the owner's son, so I used to go in there, get good recommendations and things like that. So I bought one of their albums early on. I think it was this actual album on CD. Loved it, and eventually I moved on to other things. Then I heard a new song by them, and I thought, sure, I've got an album by these guys, and I went back and found it. And since then, I've sort of tried to build up a bit more and not be as neglectful with some of the things I've found in the past, so have sort of passed me by. But basically, I'm talking about Clutch, and this is from Beadle Street to Oblivion, and it's on a really nice gatefold, but it is also nice inner sleeves as well, and lovely coloured vinyl. Just to show you the other one. So again, different artwork on the inner. But yeah, same coloured vinyl. Put them back in a bit. The next things I've picked up were also on the Monday. Band I wasn't familiar with, and sort of went in, and I always have this thing where I look and find something that is interesting. I usually have a listen to it on Spotify, see if I like it, and then have a chat with the owner to see if he's got anything CD wise or whatever he can play for me so I can have a quick listen. And I was quite surprised actually, and really happy to pick these up. So basically, this is Wedding Present, which is a UK band. I think formed in the mid 80s, generally around Leeds, I think it was. And I mean, this is some of their later work. It's sort of I can't remember if it's the mid 90s or the 2000s. It's sort of started coming out. But this is Take Fountain, and it's not a gatefold or anything. It's on standard black vinyl, but it's quite nice, quite nice heavy vinyl, and it's got some sort of basic artwork, but nice. The sleeves, and put the effort in and not actually just dump them in basic white sleeves or anything. So, but yeah, just standard heavyweights. I think it's going to be about 180 by the feel and the weight of it. So, but I've just started to get into them, so hopefully I'll be picking some more of their stuff up. But there's another one basically by them, Wedding Present, Plug In, and I think this was under a different. Yeah, it's both of these basically not released on vinyl at the time, so it's the first time they've been out on vinyl. And I think on the CD pressing, this was live at the Shepherd Bush Empire, and they've called this one Plug In, I think. So it's the same thing basically, but both of them released on vinyl for the first time on Record Store Day. You know, should have a listen if you're interested, because it's really, really good stuff. Please forgive me, I've got a cold, so if I start sniffing something, my eyes water and everything, that's what it is. Right, so two things I did want that I did manage to pick up on the Monday are these. I know my friend Dino, Vinyl Times, he wasn't around to go out on a Record Store Day either. Oh, forgive me. And he managed to get a few things picked up for him, the two things he wanted. So I've managed to pick this up, which was the main thing I wanted, which was Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, and it is a remix of In the Heat of the Moment. But nice inner, but standard black does feel like it's heavier than the standard vinyl. So, and obviously 45 RPM pressing. So literally just the 2 songs, but it's stellar stuff. I mean, I missed out on them, and I think the guy at the record store I went to said he had about 10. But you know, I had a look. I don't know. It just dawned on me the week after it happened. Oh yeah, it's today that they're allowed to sell them online. So I had a look online at some of the stores that I've got bookmarked, and yeah, hey presto, the 2 things I wanted, the thing I'm going to show next, and obviously the Noel Gallagher. Noel Gallagher, they had 50 of them or something like that, and that's a week after Record Store Day, so I don't think it was that limited, but just goes to show that you can still pick things up after the day if you just have a good look around. This next one is one of my favourite albums of 2014. I know there's not many people that have shown it in the VC, but I think it's a top album. I have to try and pick this up. It's George Ezra's Wanted on Voyage, and it's a picture disc of the album. I think this is limited to 500. Yeah, I just wanted this because I absolutely love the album, and it's a stonking album. I mean, it's amazing when you see the actual guy. If anyone wants to YouTube him, if you're not familiar with him, I suppose the main tracks is Budapest, Blaming on Me, and Listen to the Man. Listen to the Man is my favourite track, but I suppose his most well-known track is Budapest. And what you do is that you look at this guy and you wouldn't believe how, from his voice, you wouldn't believe how old he is and how he looks. He's quite deceptive. He's this skinny blonde, like very young, most probably 19, 20, most 21, white guy. And the voice he has is quite soulful almost in how toned it is and everything, and it's fantastic. The first time I heard it, and I think someone on the radio said that you wouldn't believe when you see him the voice that comes out of him, or when you listen to him you wouldn't believe what he looked like. I have one more thing to show, and basically this was the last thing I was waiting for before I was going to do a video, but quite happy to pick this one up. This wasn't on the listings, but it has been showing up, and it is the Jurassic 5 Quality Control box set record store. I mean, I think this is 2,000 of these made, so not limited. I suppose compared to the George Ezra 500, that's, I suppose, quite limited. Whereas this one's 2,000. I suppose you're not going to get an awful lot of people have it, but if anyone's thinking that that's the original, which I have, I think it's back to black, back on black. I'm sure this is back on black, and because obviously goes back to black is AC/DC. But yeah, Quality Control Jurassic 5. It's a very good hip hop band. Not so much your general rap or swearing and stuff like that. It's very much more lyrical and witty and clever in how they do things. I'm saying there's not swearing there. There's the odd bit and bob, but it's much more, I think, more refined. But it's just a slide open case. I mean, this looks like basic ply, but it's been the front has been embossed with the logo. And what you get is you get a nice booklet, which is the histories and things. It's got all the information of the album and the stories behind the band and everything. That's a really nice booklet to go with it. And then what you've generally got is 4 LPs. So what you'll have is all of them are A, B, so they've been quite C, D, E, and G, and H. And what you'll tend to have is, if you look at the last two, you've got normal recordings of the album, and then you've also got the last two are instrumentals of the album. So it's split over the 4 vinyls, and it doesn't feel like it's sort of like a 180 pressing really, so it might be 140, or it could just be standard because it does feel kind of light. But I've not actually had a chance to have a proper listen to that yet. Literally just had a quick check of the first couple of tracks on the normal album, not the instrumental, and it sounds fantastic. It's even on standard, they're very good at recording quality on their albums. I suppose they're more about getting the record right and just shoving shit out to everyone, and buying it. I missed this one again. Right, okay. One thing I did get, and I put it down here because it's a little box set, and I forgot about it, but I did pick this up on Monday when I was in store, and I was just looking around, and he has this shelf high up that he puts stuff on, like if he gets his deluxe CDs, or like the ones that look like books and things like that, he will put them up there just so they're out of the way so people can see them and he can display them. I did see this and I thought, oh, what the hell's that? Because I didn't really see it on the listings, but it's the Creation 45 Artifact box set. So what this is for anyone's unfamiliar with it, it's the first 10 singles that Creation did as a record label. Now, Creation, I don't know if it was very big in America or even ever in America. Creation was a very influential label in sort of, most probably came into fruition in terms of being more influential late 80s to the 90s, and very strong in the 90s. It was basically, the reason I picked up is a distinction with Creation, because I love Oasis, and that was the label that it was signed to, and there's other bands on there as well, but Oasis was the main one for me, and just to thought, I suppose, nostalgia kind of things, and to see, to have a piece of early work that most probably you wouldn't be able to get now if you tried to buy them originally. You might be able to, but just introduced me to some different stuff as well that they did on the label. Because all this stuff is 83 and 84 is pre-me. I mean, even I was still young then. So, but yeah, it's something I wanted to pick up just for, I suppose, a nostalgia type of thing. But let's see if there's. Yeah, so it's 10 singles. I've not opened it yet, but it is. It'll be a nice little box set to have with being on the label itself. But yeah, so I hope you've been well anyway, VC, and I hope not to be too long away before making another video. Depending on how things tidy everything up now, I might produce another video just for some of the stuff I've got in the expedite at the top, and then just get another one done. Cheers, VC. Bye.